Hello, welcome to Islander's Logbook. Today I'm going to be looking at my bilge pump. I currently have it somewhat installed, but I need to make sure that it's wired properly and that it works in both manual and auto. This is my 1958 Lyman Islander. It's an antique wooden boat. It was running when I bought it, but I was having some issues with the electrical work, so I spontaneously came down here and ripped it all out, and step by step I'm replacing all of the parts and making sure that the wiring is safe and good to go. So as of right now, I do not have an operational hardwired bilge pump, but what I do have is a plug-in submersible pump here that just has a float valve. And this tube basically feeds out of the side and pumps water overboard. Once the water reaches just below the carpet line is usually when it kicks on by itself. And I have that plugged into my dock here. It's already screwed down to the bottom of my hole, just here on this center line. You can see that there's 3 wires that come off of it. There's a brown one with a stripe, and a black one. The brown one is for the automatic setting. The brown one with the white stripe is for the manual setting. And then the black is your negative ground. So my brown and my brown with a white stripe wire will be connected to this switch that I have right here. And this is just a simple toggle switch. And then my black negative wire actually runs up through the same area and through the side of the boat here, up behind the wheel, down under the seat, and then through this hole here. And back here I actually have a fuse panel and a bus bar, and this is where all my negative grounds will be. And here's what it looks like on the other side. So I've got these wires attached to the toggle switch already, which run down, and I'll eventually secure these to the bulkhead. And I have the end of the wires here. I'm going to strip the ends and connect them to these wires off the bilge pump. To do that, I'm just going to strip the ends of the wires and use a terminal connection with some heat shrink to make sure that it's as waterproof as I can possibly get it. It will stay above the water line, but you still want to do your best to try to keep as much water off these wires. So that's what that heat shrink will help with. So I have a lighter, the terminal connections, heat shrink, wire cutters, and wire strippers. So I stripped the end of both of my wires, and I'm going to put the heat shrink on before I do anything. And then I simply just use a butt connection to connect these 2 wires. So put one in one side and one in the other. And then I hold it with my hands as best I can while I grab this tool to basically cinch the wires together. And I just give it oh shit. If you're an electrician, don't watch this. I realized I said cinch, I meant crimp. Okay, so you're gonna crimp these wires. That's what I just did. Oh shit, okay. And then you do the same thing for the brown wire with the white stripe. That's the manual setting. So now I have the master power switch that I'm going to turn on. I'm going to just test the light, make sure the battery is working fine before I test the bilge pump. So it's hard to see in this light, but the panel is working. Lights are coming on when I touch all the switches. So we're going to test the bilge pump now. Turn the switch on. So guys, after all of that, my bilge pump's not working. So now I'm going to troubleshoot it. Okay, so I just realized that I connected both the automatic and the manual wire to the toggle switch, when I think that the automatic wire actually needs to go to my fuse panel. So I'm going to try to make that switch and see what happens. Okay, so I disconnected my automatic solid brown wire, and I routed it the same way that I did my black ground wire, and connected it to my fuse panel, the 4th switch down, which is the bilge pump. So now I'm going to connect the battery with my master power switch, and we're going to test it and see if it works. Holy shit! I did it! It fucking works! Woo! That's right, baby! That's right! I did it! I just got the bilge pump to work. I'm so freaking pumped. No pun intended. It's literally working. I did that. This is so cool. Okay, so now that the bilge pump is working and no one overreacted, I'm going to show you again just how I have everything wired. Okay, so just to recap, I've got the bilge pump secured center line of the bottom of the hole. I've got the 3 wires coming out. I've got the brown automatic wire. The brown with the white stripe is the manual wire. And then I've got my black ground wire. So so my brown wire with the white stripe is wired to the toggle switch, and that's the manual override for the bilge pump. I've got the solid brown wire, similar to the black ground wire, going up the side of the hole or bulkhead and then down through here. And then on the back of my fuse panel here, this is where you're going to put all of your positive red wires for any of your accessories. The 4th terminal down, and I just use a spade terminal to connect it, I have my automatic wire, the red one, and that's right here, this one. Sorry, this one. Okay, and then the black wire is right here, simply grounded. And then on my fuse panel, you see my bilge pump is on. Thank you for watching Islander's Logbook. Today we installed the bilge pump in both manual and auto on my 1958 Lyman Islander. And next I'm going to be working on my onboard battery charger.